Hello students, this video is on organic chapter, that is alcohols. Question number 1. Stability order of the following alkoxide is. We have general formula for alkoxide RO minus. If R is electron donating group, then stability of alkoxide decreases. Or suppose there is an electron withdrawing group, then stability of that alkoxide increases. So let me take option A. They are given like CH3, then CO minus, then single bond N, double bond O, single bond O minus, and nitrogen is positively charged. And to satisfy the valence, you have got hydrogen atom on the carbon, right? Now this alkoxide is not stabilized. Okay. Next one, we have got CH2, double bond C, O minus, single bond N, double bond O, oxygen minus, and plus charge. This can be stabilized. The negative charge on the oxygen getting stabilized with the double bond here. So there's a resonance. This is more stable. B is more stable compared to A then. We'll go for C. N, double bond O, single bond O minus, then single bond C, double bond C, then O minus we have got. To satisfy the valencies, hydrogen should be there. The valency of carbon is 4. The negative charge getting delocalized means it is involved in the resonance. So we will have the continuous conjugation. So maximum conjugation is there in C. Therefore, C is more stable compared to B than compared to A. Therefore, answer is option number A. Right? Question number 2. Given compound contains 2 OH groups, alcohol groups. So it is known as the diol. Okay. And then it is treated with the acid medium H plus. Okay. And you write on the major product. This is very famous rearrangement called as the pinacol. Pinacolone rearrangement. Pinacolone rearrangement. Pinacolone rearrangement. Okay. Rearrangement. Pinacol, all OH is there. Colone, ONE, ketone is there. Either ketone or aldehyde group is there. Okay. So we'll write down the given reactant pH, single bond C, pH. What pH stand for? pH stand for phenyl, that is the benzene. Then OH we have got. Then single bond, hydrogens are there, 2 hydrogens, and we have got OH. Okay. Alcohol is there. When alcohol is treated with the concentrated sulfuric acid, okay, which provides H plus medium. So what will happen? One of the OH will be protonated. Now, to get protonated, there should be stability of the carbocation form. So it depends on the carbocation stability. Carbocation stability. Suppose I protonate this OH group, okay, then I remove this H2O. Suppose the bond breaks, then carbocation is generated on this carbon atom, and the carbocation formed in this carbon atom is a resonance stabilized by 2 benzene groups. Okay, more stable compared to suppose I have got the proton. Suppose I have got the carbocation on this carbon atom. So let me remove the water molecule from the first OH. That is, I'll get now pH, single bond pH. Now it is positively charged after removal of water, carbocation, then single bond H, H, and OH. Now what will happen during the pinacolone rearrangement? There is a hydride shift. Hydrogen atom along with its bond, okay, shifted to the carbocation. This is 1-2 shift. This is known as the 1-2 shift from carbon number 1 to carbon number 2 near carbon atom. Okay. So as a result, we are going to get next intermediate, that is pH. We get pH, single bond carbon, then pH, phenyl, then hydrogen comes here, then carbon, hydrogen, Then we have got OH, and positive charge comes on the other carbon atom. Okay. Now this positive charge should be neutralized. Therefore, H plus is lost, or it will form now the C double bond. So finally, it gives a pH, C, pH, hydrogen, then a C, H, then a C double bond. Okay, it forms a aldehyde group here, right? So the answer is option number B. Second one is the answer. This rearrangement is known as the Pinnacle-Pinnacolone rearrangement. Question number 3. Major product formed during the hydroboration oxidation of 1-methyl cyclopentene is. Okay, this reaction is also called as the HBO reaction. That is a hydroboration oxidation. And it follows overall addition of water molecule according to anti-Markovnikov's rule. Anti-Markovnikov's rule. Let me take one simple example. CH3, CH, double bond CH2. Okay, this is propene. Propene made to react with the diborane followed by oxidation. So finally, you add H plus and OH minus according to anti-Markovnikov's rule. According to anti-Markovnikov's rule, H plus goes to that carbon containing less number of hydrogen atom on the double bonded carbon atom. OH minus go to that carbon containing more number of hydrogen of the double bond. So we'll get CH3 single bond, CH2, then CH2 OH will get. Okay, based on this. Now let me draw the structure of 1-methyl cyclopentene. Cyclopentene. Let me draw for cyclopentane. This is a cyclopentane. Cyclopentane. This is a cyclopentene. Let me number it. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5. And a methyl group is there on the carbon number 1, CH3. Okay. Now, H plus and OH minus, overall addition I'm speaking about. Okay. Now here, valency should be satisfied. Here it should be 1, 2, 3, fourth bond. And on this carbon atom, hydrogen is not there. Okay. So therefore, H plus should go to that carbon containing a lesser number of hydrogen or no hydrogen. OH minus should go to that carbon of the double bond containing more number of hydrogen. So therefore, now it is addition reaction, double bond will become single bond. Double bond will become single bond. Then CH3, okay, CH3, then hydrogen is there here, hydrogen. Then here hydrogen, earlier hydrogen, then OH group is there. Okay, so we'll get compound like this. CH3 is on one carbon atom, OH is on the neighboring carbon atom. Okay, now here generally how the reaction takes place. So we'll have actually trans compound that is formed, that is a CH3 and OH are trans to each other. Okay, so if we look at this structure, the answer is option number D, right? Question number 4. Compound A, molecular formula C4H10O. Treatment with the Lucas reagent at room temperature gives compound B. Okay. Now Lucas reagent is a test for alcohols, primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol. Reacts at room temperature. That means A should be tertiary alcohol. A should be tertiary alcohol. Okay. How many carbon atoms are altogether? 4 carbon atoms. So let me draw that tertiary alcohol. OH group is attached to tertiary carbon. What is tertiary carbon? That carbon should be attached to 3 more carbon atoms. Okay. So this is a tertiary butyl alcohol, the common name. And its molecular formula is a C4H10O it comes. Okay. This is compound A. Then it is treated with. Then compound, it gives compound B. Right, with the Lucas reagent. What is Lucas reagent? Lucas reagent is a mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. So what will happen during the reaction? Now HCl can convert OH group into Cl group. So we'll get alkyl halide. That is in this case tertiary butyl chloride. Tertiary butyl chloride we get. Okay. This is compound B. Then compound B is treated with the alcoholic KOH. What is alcoholic KOH? This is a dehydrohalogenating agent. Dehydrohalogenating agent, or the reaction is also called as the elimination reaction. Elimination, which means you have to remove hydrogen and chloride from the neighboring carbon atom using alcoholic KOH. So remove HCl from the neighboring carbon atom. Remove hydrogen from it. Remove chlorine from this carbon atom, from the neighboring carbon atom, any one neighboring carbon atom. Let me take from here. So let me remove hydrogen from here. H and Cl should be removed. So if I remove that hydrogen, becomes CH2, then C, it is a CH3, then a CH3, then I should have the double bond. You know that dehydrohalogenation will give alkene as the product. Okay, so this is actually isobutene. This is isobutene. Now question is compound A and B are, they are given the IUPAC's name. So carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. So it is a 2-methyl propan-2-ol. 2-methyl propan-2-ol is there in option number A and option number C also. Then compound B, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. So it should be called as 2-methyl 2-chloropropane. So that is in the option number A itself. Okay. So here they are given option C, 1-chloro. It is not there in the terminal carbon atom, it is in the middle carbon atom. So the answer is option number A, right? So dehydrohalogenation will give finally the alkene. In this case, it is isobutene, right? Question number 5. The product A is, in the given reactant, there are 2 OH groups. It is a diol. Diol is treated with the concentrated sulfuric acid, which gives H plus ion. So it is a type of the pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement. So now what you do is you have to protonate one of the OH groups. Okay. So I'll protonate the second OH group. Okay. And whenever the 4-membered rings are there, they can open up, they can give larger ring, maybe 5-membered ring or 6-membered ring, depending on the given compound. So I'll protonate this one and I'll break the bond here. So I'll get, okay. So there is a 4-membered ring, then there's a OH intact, then there's a carbonate attached, then you have got a CH3, second CH3. Now water is lost here during the reaction to give carbocation. Now what will happen generally in this kind of reaction, pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement, ring opening takes place. The bond will break, okay, and it attach the carbon atom here. This bond will break here. Okay, now it will be having altogether, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and after joining here 5 carbon atoms. So we'll get a 5-membered ring. So I'll write now first 5-membered ring. So 4-membered will become now 5-membered ring. In that 5-membered ring, methyl groups are there on the same carbon atom. Okay, right? And this carbon atom will have shortage of bond. Instead of 4, we'll be having 3. So therefore, the OH group is here and will have the positive charge. Okay, pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement. Okay, so it can give either aldehyde or ketone. What will happen? This bond will break. This bond, H plus becomes free, and a double bond is formed. So finally, we get a structure like this. Okay, 5-membered ketone, cyclopentanone derivative, then CH3, and then CH3, right? So therefore, answer is option number D. Question number 6. The given compound contains chlorine atom and the keto and the alkene, carbon-carbon double bond, and there is a TBUO minus. T stands for tertiary butyl oxide. Tertiary butoxide, that is, I'll write the formula CH3 and CH3. Tertiary butyl butoxide, like it is a RO minus, okay, alkoxide. Now this is a chlorine atom. This chlorine atom is attached to the sp2 carbon. We can expect nucleophile. This is a nucleophile acting as a nucleophile. Nucleophile can attack the carbon atom containing halogen and the Cl can go out. Nucleophile substitution reaction. But it cannot act as a nucleophile because the size of the alkoxide is bulky now. Bulkier groups cannot attack the carbon atom directly. So instead, it will act as the base. When bulkiness of the nucleophile increases, it will act as the base. And you know that base can always abstract acidic hydrogens. Now hydrogens are there. So the next carbon atom, H plus here and hydrogen here. Okay. Whenever base is there, it can act as the dehydrohalogenating agent. Dehydrohalogenating agent or elimination reaction. It remove hydrogen and chlorine from the neighboring carbon atom. Now there are two possibilities which is more feasible. Now I can see here carbon-carbon double bond is there. Suppose I remove HCl from here, okay, it will have a new double bond. So there is a double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond character. Conjugated system is more stable. So we can write this product, that is, so we can have now, okay, new double bond here. You know that dehydrohalogenation will give always alkene as the product. Dehydrohalogenation. Okay, then this double bond, then we have got double bond OH, right? Now double bond O. Now there is a hydrogen here. There are two hydrogens here next to the C double bond O. Now this is a base. Base again can abstract acidic hydrogen. These are the alpha hydrogen. Alpha hydrogen acidic. So H plus is lost. Then that bond migrate, form new bond, becomes the double bond. When it forms double bond, then this double bond, C double bond O becomes a single bond O. So finally we'll be having the molecule like this. Molecule, they becomes OH, then double bond here, and double bond, right? So it gives now phenol. Finally, we can get phenol structure. So what is the answer? Answer is option number B, right? Question number 7. What are A, B, and C in the following reaction? Let us see the first A, PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate. You know that this is a mild oxidizing agent. This can react to the primary alcohol or secondary alcohol. If this is a primary alcohol becomes the aldehyde. If this is a secondary alcohol becomes a ketone. Now we have got OH here, right? This is a secondary alcohol group. So it will become the ketone. So the structure is, so we have got in the first ring double bond, then we have got double bond O, nothing happens to this one. Then we have got alcohol becomes, second alcohol becomes ketone. Okay, this is the compound. We'll go for B reaction. Sodium borohydride is a reducing agent. It is a reducing agent. Okay, reducing agent. It can react with the carbonyl compound CO or CHO, either aldehydes or ketones. Nothing will happen to the double bond. Okay, so the structure is, okay, first ring double bond, then now it will react with the keto or aldehyde. Aldehydes will give primary alcohol and ketones will give secondary alcohol. So convert into alcohol, right? Convert into alcohol, and earlier alcohol is here. This is compound B. Next one of reaction number C. Raney nickel with hydrogen. This is a hydrogenation, addition of hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen is a molecular gas, H2. Okay, now it can react to the carbon-carbon double bond. It can react with the carbonyl compounds. Okay, so I'll be writing the product C here. So double bond getting converted into single bond. Then we have, okay, aldehydes can become primary alcohol, ketones can become secondary alcohol, so OH is produced, and earlier OH group is here. Okay, So we see carefully the compound A, compound B, and compound C. Okay, so you can see the option number D, correct? Compound A, see the compound A, see the compound B, right? And the compound C, right? So the answer is option number D. Question number 8. Consider the following reactions. They are given alcohol, they are given alkyl halide compound, and the fourth compound is aldol. OH and CH both are there. Okay. Question is which of these reactions will produce Zaitsev product? Zaitsev product, other name is Zaitsev. Okay, Zaitsev. Now, according to this one, they should be more stable alkene. The most stable alkene. Most stable alkene. What is most stable alkene? That alkene which contain more number of alkyl groups on the doubly bonded carbon atom. So let me take option number 1, okay, and split the given reactant like CH3 3 times on the same carbon atom. Then there is a CH, OH, and then there is a CH3. First compound is treated with the concentrated sulfuric acid. You know that whenever there is, okay, OH getting protonated, so it becomes OH2 plus. So water molecule should be removed. I'll write in the same, okay, step. So I'll getting now CH3, CH3, then there is a CH3 attached to carbon, hydrogen, bond is lost, plus charge, then CH3. You know that with the concentrated sulfuric acid, alcohol can give the alkene as the product. Now, I can remove hydrogen from here, this carbon atom. If I do so, double bonds come to the terminal carbon atom. It is a less substituted. And moreover, this is a secondary carbocation. Secondary carbocation. Now we have to check whether we can have the tertiary carbocation. We can do that. For that, you have to do the methyl shift, 1,2 shift. So neighboring carbon atom, methyl shift is there. So we'll get now this compound as CH3, CH3. Now this will have the positive charge, then CH, single bond CH3, and then single bond CH3. Now this is the tertiary carbocation. This is the tertiary carbocation. I can remove hydrogen from here or from here, neighboring carbon atom. Okay. So if I remove from here this hydrogen, then what will happen? I'll get a double bond in between. Okay, so it'll become more substituted alkene. Therefore, we can expect the more stable alkene. So it becomes CH3, then CH3. Then I can introduce the double bond, then a CH3 and CH3. This is the most stable alkene possible. Option number A can give more stable alkene. Okay, we'll go for compound number 2, and they are given concentrated KOH. Now it can undergo dehydrohalogenation. Okay, so I'm going to write the reactant now. Split and write. That is a CH3, CH. Then we have got a CH3. Then carbon, bromine atom attached. Then you have got hydrogen. And then we have got a CH3. Okay, so we have to remove now HBr. Now we can remove HBr from the neighboring carbon atom like this. Possible to give more stable alkene. I can also remove hydrogen from here. I can also remove hydrogen from here, but these will give the less substituted alkene, and which is less stable compared to if I remove hydrogen from this carbon atom, bromine from this carbon atom, more stable alkene. So I'll get now CH3, CH3, then we have got double bond CH, then a CH3. This is the more stable alkene. This is the major product, and other alkene is the minor product. So possible, major product is possible, right? Now we'll go for option number C. See the option number C. Again, the same compound given like that of the B, but they are using a tertiary butoxide. Tertiary butoxide. So, compound number 3. Compound number 3, I'm writing the same compound CH3, CH, then CH3, C, Br, then H and CH3. Now it is a tertiary butoxide actually, that is a CH3, single bond C, CH3 and CH3O minus. Looks like nucleophile. When bulkiness increase, it can act as the base. Okay, act as the base. So what will happen? This hydrogen, in between hydrogen is there, cannot be removed easily because this base cannot approach closer to this carbon atom because bulkiness is there. Okay, but instead this alkoxide can remove hydrogen which is there in the terminal carbon atom. It is very easy to remove the acidic hydrogen from the terminal carbon atom than getting into the bulk of the molecule. Therefore, I can remove hydrogen from here. This hydrogen can be removed and this Br can be removed. Therefore, we'll get product CH3, C, H, then CH3, single bond, C, it's H, then double bond CH2. Now, the alkene is there on the terminal carbon atom, less substituted. And this carbon atom is not alkylated, less stable alkene. Less stable alkene. Okay, this is less stable alkene compared to, suppose I removed the hydrogen from here. Okay, so this is not ZZ product. It is not ZZ product. Okay, then option number 4. Reaction number 4. They are given aldol. Okay, and heated. Aldol means compound containing aldehyde and alcohol both. That is the option number 4. Fourth reaction. Okay, that is a CH3. Let me split and write. Then a CH3 we have got, then OH we have got, then CH2, then aldehyde group C, double bond OH, then heated. You know that when aldol product just heated, okay, it can lose water molecule. Water molecule can be split as H plus and OH minus. Therefore, OH from the one carbon atom and H from the neighboring carbon atom, either this hydrogen atom or this hydrogen atom. Now, which hydrogen will be removed? More acidic hydrogen will be removed. This hydrogen is more acidic. This is a more acidic hydrogen. This is more acidic hydrogen because there is a aldehyde group, keto group. Keto group is like an electron withdrawing group. Therefore, this hydrogen becomes more acidic. So it removed from here. Therefore, final answer would be like this: CH3, C, CH3, OH is removed, then double bond into CH, then CHO. And this compound is also known as this alpha and beta. Alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Okay, and is more stable because of the conjugation. Conjugation means a double bond, single bond, then double bond, conjugation. So fourth one is also gives more stable alkene, whereas the third one will not give. Therefore, what is the option number? 1, 2, 4 are correct. Okay, 1, 2, 4 are correct. Therefore, answer is option number A. Okay, right? B will give Z. Sorry, third will not give the ZZ product. Second one will give the ZZ product. Fourth will also give the ZZ product. So answer is option number A, right? Question number 9. Given compound contains alcohol OH and the halide, okay, and silver nitrate. What is the silver nitrate? Silver nitrate generally used to detect and confirm the chloride radical. Okay. Now that means there should be silver chloride product. That means Cl should be free. Cl should be available as Cl minus. So what we'll do now? We'll write down the ionization of that compound. So we have got actually 5-membered ring. Then we have got OH. Then we have got a CH2. Write down the ionization. Okay. Plus the Cl minus. This Cl minus will react to the Ag plus to give a white precipitate, curly white precipitate. Now this CH2 plus, this carbocation is a primary carbocation. Now we check whether we can have secondary or tertiary. There are two possibilities. Either it is a hydride shift from the neighboring carbon atom or alkyl shift. Here on this carbonate hydrogen not there, valence is 4 altogether. But alkyl group can shift like this. Possibility. So now 5-membered ring will become 6-membered ring. So let me write down the 6-membered ring like this. Okay. So OH group on that carbon atom from where that bond has broken. Okay. From here the bond has broken. Okay. That means this carbon will get positive charge. So this is positively charged. Okay. Ring expansion takes place. This is known as the ring expansion taking place. Ring expansion. There is no other possibility getting more stable carbocation, and this carbocation you can see, okay, attached to carbon number 1 and carbon number 2, and one more is hydrogen atom here. Okay, secondary carbocation more stable here. So now what will happen? What will happen here? Now this charge should be neutralized, okay, by removal of hydrogen. H plus should be lost, and I should get the double bond character here. I should get double bond character, right? So therefore I'll get now cyclohexanone, and that is in option number C. In option number C I've got, right? Terpinine 4-ol is active ingredient in tea tree oil as the following structure. Then they given 4 statements. Now we have to find out the correct observation for these statements. So let us go for the first option. First statement: it rotates the plane polarized light. That means this is possible for optical active compound. Optical activity it is. That means there should be asymmetric carbon atom. We'll find out that one. See here, this carbon atom is asymmetric because attached to 4 different groups. Therefore, option number 1 is correct. Statement 1 is correct. What about the statement 2? It reacts with the Bayes reagent to form triol. What is Bayes reagent? Bayes reagent is a dilute and cold potassium permanganate. It can react to the carbon-carbon double bond, and carbon-carbon double bond can become, okay, OH group. Diol it can become. It can become diol. So let me write the reaction here. Okay. In the presence of Bayes reagent KMNO4, oxidation takes place, double bond breaks. So we'll get now, so what I'll write, I'll break that double bond. This is CH3, it forms OH here and OH. Diols are formed. Then we have got, okay, one more OH. How many OH groups are there? There are 3 OH groups. It is called as the triol. Option 2 is correct. Statement 2 is correct. Statement 3, on reaction the sodium bromide and sulfuric acid gives a dibromo compound. Now in the case of option number 3, we have to write the reaction between sodium bromide and sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So sodium bromide is then converted into, okay, HBr. It gives HBr plus it can give sodium hydrogen sulfate, HBr. You know that HBr, H plus and Br minus in the aqueous solution can be formed. Now, whenever there is a double bond, whenever the carbon-carbon double bond, HBr can react to give Markovnikov's product, right? HBr can also react with the alcohol. Alcohol reacts with the HBr to give the alkyl bromide, and the side product is the water molecule. Let me write that, okay? So I've got cyclohexane ring, then there is a methyl group, okay? Now here we have got carbon atom. This carbon atom attached to 2 hydrogens, and here there is a 1 hydrogen. Rest of the group is like this, okay? Then we have got OH here, right? Add HBr, H plus and Br minus according to Markovnikov's rule to the carbon-carbon double bond. H plus go to that carbon containing more number of hydrogen, and Br minus go to that carbon containing less number of hydrogen. Okay, then OH will be converted into the bromo compound. So the final structure would be like this: cyclohexane ring. Then you have got this methyl group, right? Then we have got Br here. Then hydrogen. All the hydrogens are 3. 2 hydrogens are there here. Okay, 2 hydrogens, not 3. Then we have got OH being converted into Br. Then the rest of the group is like this. So how many bromine atoms are there? There are 2 bromine atoms. So it is a dibromo compound. So So third statement is also correct. What about the fourth statement? On ozonolysis, it gives a compound with the molecular formula C10H18O3. Let us see that one. Okay. Statement number 4. In the statement number 4, we have got, okay, so there is a cyclohexane ring like this, then there's a double bond, then there's a CH3, then we have got OH group. Okay, OH group is there. Now ozonolysis reaction. Now ozone can attack always carbon-carbon double bond or triple bond. Bond breaks. So double bond breaks. So I'll write the final structure like this. Okay. So we have got molecular. This double bond has broken, right? Introduce oxygen on both the sides. So you are introducing oxygen from the ozone. Break it. And to satisfy the valency, I've got hydrogen here. So there is a keto group formed. So there is a keto group that is formed, and the aldehyde group is formed. And and there is a OH here, and its molecular formula, final molecular formula is a C10H18 and O3, right? So fourth statement is also correct. Okay, fourth statement is also correct. So all the statements are correct here. Therefore, what is the answer? Answer is option number A, right? Yeah. Keep watching RD Chemistry. Please do subscribe, like and share RD Chemistry. Thank you.